The day's finally come. I never thought it would. Twitch has finally given us a 70-30 split. With an asterisk. There was a surprise live stream from Twitch today where they talked all about the new Partner Plus program and then they answered a bunch of questions about it. So I wanted to give you a rundown of how this program actually works and what streamers qualify for it, which, spoiler, not very many. And then answer the real question, is this actually a good thing or just another letdown? My concern with this new program is that it's still far below what other platforms like YouTube are giving, which is a 70-30 split for everyone right from the beginning, forever. And so my question during the Q&A portion to Dan Clancy was, is this as far as you go? Like, is this the best we're gonna get, or is this a first step towards 70-30 for everyone? And Dan actually did answer it on the live stream. And his answer, or I guess kind of his dancing around the answer a little bit, exposed a lot financially of what's going on behind the scenes at Twitch and who's actually in control over there. We'll get into it. So I figured since not even I'm getting the 70-30 split, I'd pay some bills and thank the sponsor of today's video, Owned.tv, your one-stop shop for all your stream overlay and alert needs. If you're looking to add some professionalism, some spice to your stream, make sure you go check out Owned. They've been a staple in the stream design industry for forever now. For example, their Hexad series is this clean geometric overlay that's actually done in partnership with Modern Warfare 2. It comes with alerts, overlays, banners, anything you need. Plus it works with both green screen and non-green screen cameras. So check out that one or the hundreds of other overlays that they have in their store. Use the link in the description below, which by the way, if you click on, helps the channel. So thank you for that. Just make your stream look pretty. You deserve it. So in a nutshell, this is called the Partner Plus program. And similar to the last secret 70-30 split thing that used to happen and nobody was allowed to talk about, this only applies to mid and high tier partners. Here are the rules. In order to qualify for the program, you have to have 350 paid subs and you have to maintain that for 3 months straight. And when I say paid subs, I mean Prime subs don't count and gifted subs don't count. It has to be 300 individuals that are paying $5 or more a month to subscribe to your channel. If you stay above that threshold for at least 3 months, your split is automatically changed to 70-30 and will stay that way for 12 months, even if you dip below it during that year. And that new 70-30 split will apply to paid subs and gifted subs, but Prime subs will still pay out $250. Also, kind of a big detail, if your paid sub revenue goes above $100,000 in that year, anything above that will go back to 50-50 split. And again, that $100,000 takes into consideration paid subs and gifted subs. Prime subs don't count towards it. So what I found most interesting and what most people on Twitter are talking about is the fact that there is a lower limit and an upper limit. 70-30 only applies to streamers with over 350 subs and stops once they hit $100,000. I did some rough math on how many streamers this is actually going to help. There's not a lot of public data on how many subscribers streamers have. Twitch Tracker shows some data, but they only count the top 1,000 subscribed streamers. And when I went to the very bottom of that list, it looks like ranking 1,000-ish is getting anywhere from 600 to 1,000 subscribers, paid subscribers. Also, to give us a lower number on that list, I'm ranked at number 10,000-ish on Twitch Tracker, and I stream for 400 to 500 people on Twitch, and of my 330 subs, I think 103 of them are paid. Now, these numbers are all kind of questionable. I don't know how I'm ranked number 10,000 or what goes into that, but based off some rough math with these numbers, I think it's safe to assume that the top 5,000 to 6,000 streamers will be getting into this Partner Plus program. And then considering that last month, May 2023, there were about 6.8 million streamers going live, that means that roughly just under 0.1% of streamers are gonna be affected by this new split. As for the upper limit, where streamers are gonna have some subs go back down to 50-50, in the US, if you have 2,380 subs, you bypass that $100,000 mark from subs, which means that there are about 506 of the top streamers that are going to be hit by that. But the interesting thing about that live stream is that whenever anyone asked about that upper limit or that lower limit, Dan Clancy would answer, it just felt like Daddy Amazon was standing right off of camera with a gun pointed at his head. It was usually kind of vague, but his answer was somewhere along the lines of, we had to find a balance, that the more we lowered that upper cap, the more they were able to lower that lower cap and let more people in. So for example, if they raised that upper cap to 150K instead of 100, they'd have to raise the lower cap also to, I don't know, 500 subs before he could get that split. This is super interesting because it means that Twitch was essentially given a budget of how much they're allowed to give streamers for additional sub revenue. And so while I agree with the streamers that this still isn't enough, it should be 70-30 for every streamer, just like YouTube gives. It was the first time in a while that I actually felt some level of empathy for Twitch. When I asked my question to Dan of, is this the best we're gonna get? Like, is this where it stops? Or is this the first step to getting even better? He essentially said, and I'm summarizing here, it's up in the air. We want to give more, but this is all we can give right now.
We would love to be able to offer you more. This is all we do. This is our focus.
So while listening to the Q&A and all the answers they gave to questions, my takeaway was this: Twitch is owned by Amazon. And Twitch has essentially been burning Amazon's money for the last couple of years. I can't imagine Amazon is super happy about it. And I'm sure the last thing that they want to do is lower Twitch's revenue even more by paying creators a higher split. So Twitch negotiated this higher sub split with Amazon with a condition that there would be a cap of how much extra revenue Twitch was allowed to pay out. And so the best way that they could manage this was to set a lower cap, I'm assuming to try to only give to streamers that do this full time, like this is how they pay their bills. And then also setting an upper limit, so the top 10 streamers don't entirely destroy this budget. Plus, their explanation is if you're making over $100,000 via subs, you're probably also doing a lot of sponsorship deals that can offset that reverse down to 50-50 split. As a business owner, this is the assumption that I have to make because this makes the most sense to me given the information that we were given. And so while I agree that this is still not good enough, it should be 70-30 for every streamer, just like YouTube does. I gotta give credit where credit's due. I'm sure this was the most awkward negotiation possible, where Twitch is asking for more money from Amazon after they've already spent so much of their money. So now they just need to step up their monetization strategies, make more revenue in different places so they can allocate that 70-30 splits to more creators. And I really hope that they do that. Also, 2 other takeaways from this live stream. It was the first time I ever saw Twitch acknowledge a Clips browser.
But someone asked about Clips browser. It's something we talked about.
They said it's something they're actually talking about, and that's fantastic. And Twitch, by the way, if you'd like to integrate the vertical plugin directly into it to make it even easier, hit me up. Love to help with that. And the other thing with all the terrible PR lately, bring Laura out more. I think this was the first time I've actually seen Twitch staff look at the camera and answer questions that didn't feel scripted and they were reading them off the screen. Laura, you crushed it. Anyway, what's your takeaway from this? Do you agree with me? Answer in the comments why or why not. Also hit the like button if you haven't yet. I literally folded that blanket just for this camera angle. So I feel like I've earned it. And as always, happy streaming.